Today I'm sharing two quotes that have changed my life, and I know that they can change yours. Plus a third that I really just officially heard today. But I want to share because it's kind of the way because living this way has absolutely changed my life. Before we dive in, let me introduce myself. If you're seeing me for the first time, I'm Elizabeth from Happy, Healthy, and Hot. I am a 59-year-old double certified health and weight loss coach, author, content creator, and three-time finalist in the Maximum Cover Girl competition in my 50s, competing with women mostly in their 20s and 30s, because it's time to tell a new story about aging. And if you like my content, if you like my vibe, I have so many resources here for you. I do have my Stan Store linked here on my YouTube page. You can check out my books, my course, Elevate with Elizabeth. I have a journal, two cookbooks that are amazing, high protein, low calorie, bikini friendly recipes, a course, Elevate with Elizabeth, that is packed with all of this magical mindset stuff. I have some free videos that you can grab, all kinds of resources right there for you. I'm going to give you these three quotes. Two are from men who are no longer living. And the third that I just, I guess, officially heard today is from Taylor Swift. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday, Taylor. So, first quote is from Wayne Dyer. And it's when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Second one is from Wallace Wattles. This is from the book, The Science of Getting Rich, which was written back in the 20s. It's an amazing book. And Wallace Wattles said, the best thing you can do for the whole world is to make the most of yourself. And then this quote from Taylor, and this is really how I've learned to live lately. You are not the opinion of someone who doesn't know you. So let's break these down a little bit. Starting with the one by Wayne Dyer. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. This is all about changing your perspective. And, some people say, are you glass half full or glass half empty? I just prefer to think of myself as like a silver lining girl. I'm going to look for the silver lining in situations. I'm going to look for the best case scenario. And sometimes that is hard. And I don't always do it. But it's really what has really helped me is as I've started to live by these different affirmations that I use, and I truly believe that everything is always working out for me, that I'm always in the right place at the right time, that the entire universe conspires in my favor. So if you believe that everything's working out for you, then even things that appear bad you need to be able to believe that they're working out for you. So, and how many times can we look back at things that didn't work out and say, oh, wow, I'm glad that didn't work out. Whether it was the job that you didn't get and then, or maybe your friend got it and you were like, oh, and then it turned out like it was not what it looked like, or the relationship that didn't work out and later you were grateful because that left you open for something new, or whatever, you, in hindsight, so many things. But when you start to really do this and change the way you look at things in real time, not just in hindsight, it's amazing what opportunities will come your way. And speaking of that, I like to think of this way of thinking is looking at obstacles as opportunities. So I'm going to give you an example from about 5 years ago, and then one from right now in my own life. Back when during COVID 2020, I mean, crazy time. And when Pennsylvania first went into lockdown, it was like the middle of March. And originally it was going to be 2 weeks to flatten the curve. But I decided that I was going to look at that 2 weeks as an opportunity rather than an obstacle. So at that point, I was working full time as a server, bartender, cocktail waitress while building my business full time. And it was a lot. But it wasn't like I just thought, oh, yeah, I'm going to use this 2 weeks to catch up on sleep. I was like, what could I improve? So because I can barely leave my house, what can I do? I looked at, okay, how can I build a better body? And I started taking these hilly walks with my daughter. It ended up being such a great way for us to connect. All these opportunities came up. The lockdown was much more than 2 weeks. That's what led to me entering the Maxim CoverGirl for the first time, which competition, which literally changed my life on so many levels. That wouldn't have happened if it weren't for the lockdown, because I probably never would have seen it or taken the time to enter. Um, I started creating content real from the heart because I had a little more time on my hands, and ended up, when things did end, that I was able to go back to work on a much more part-time basis because I had done so many things to build my business. So I looked at that as an opportunity rather than an obstacle. Some people saw it as an opportunity to drink wine in their pajamas in the middle of the day. And that was their opportunity. And I'm not judging. I'm just saying I looked at it as an opportunity for me to grow. And whatever you used it for, that's fine, so right now, I'm in the midst, if you follow me, especially my other social media, just a little less than 3 weeks ago, my car, it was actually a loaner car, was robbed. Somebody threw a rock through the window, stole my Neverfull, that was a super precious possession of mine, containing my Lucky bikini, another very precious possession of mine, and all of my ID, bank cards, credit cards, all of the things. And I said, like, in the moment, yeah, I think I was in shock at first, but I wasn't freaking, I never freaked out. But I said, even the next day, I was like, oh, they're messing with the wrong girl. Now, this thing has gotten really big. But what's exciting is there's one person in jail. There are some others who are not. Yes, my identity was compromised. Yes, this takes a lot of money to fix. And I am 1000% in full belief that this didn't happen to me, it happened for me. That this happened for a reason, that this is an opportunity, that I can take these obstacles and rise above, that I can use this to share. I mean, if nothing else, it's an opportunity for me to show the rest of the world how these principles that I've been sharing for the last 10 years, Happy, Healthy, Not, the mindset, nutrition, and fitness, how they work in real time, even when we're going through hard things. But I'm believing more good is going to come out of that. I'm believing everything is coming back to me tenfold, that justice is being served, that all of this is for the greater good. So when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. You can try asking yourself this question, and it's hard to do in the moment, but you can say, when something ick happens, how could this be the best thing that ever happened to me? How could this be the best thing that ever happened to me? So think about that. Okay, next quote from Wallace Wattles. The best thing you can do for the whole world is to make the most of yourself. Which I've been saying for years, fill yourself up first. It can sound selfish. We've been led, especially as women, but men too, to like put everyone else ahead of yourself, fill everybody else's cup first. That's the right thing to do. Many religions kind of tell us that that's the Christian thing to do or whatever. Give to everybody else. Like give. Yes, give, absolutely. But you have so much more to give when you fill yourself up first. And in every possible way, making the most of yourself, body, mind, spirit, everything. When I'm in the best possible shape, I have more energy. I feel good about myself. I'm showing up better. Even when I look cute, when I wear things I like, I'm showing up better. Puts a smile on my face. When I am well rested, because I prioritize my self-care, I have more energy. I have more to give. When I'm filling myself up with positive things that I enjoy, I'm radiating that joy outwards. When I'm making more money, I have more money to give, both to help others, whether it's given to charity, to circulate in the economy, to pay people to help me with things, stuff like that. The best thing you can do for the whole world is to make the most of yourself. Fill yourself up first. Wallace Wattles said this back in the 1920s, like 100 years ago, and it is So true today. So true. So true. And then this last quote from Taylor Swift, which I just heard this morning, and today is her birthday, December 13th. You are not the opinion of someone who doesn't know you. And quite frankly, I would expand that to say, you're not the opinion of anybody. You know who you are. But this is so hard because whether it's criticism from strangers on the internet or people we know, um, all of us, we don't like being misunderstood. It's uncomfortable. We want people to think highly of us. But at the end of the day, we don't have any control over what other people are thinking. Some people are always going to make us out to be the villain in their stories. We have to be okay with that. And when it comes to strangers on the internet, like the hate that I get, I believe everything is always working out for me. I've said that. Okay, let me give you an example of this. Some guy wrote some mean, stupid comment. I turned it into a Reels that literally took me less than 5 minutes and posted it. I posted it on, I think, Thursday night or Friday morning. And it already, as of Saturday morning, is over 500,000 views. I haven't had something blow up like that in a while. So thank you for the mean comment, dude who doesn't even know me. But you see, I've gotten to this point where I can laugh at that stuff. And because I believe things are always working out for me, also, we need to be able to hold some of that hard stuff to be able to hold the good stuff. I say this all the time, but you are not the opinion of someone who doesn't know you. This isn't just strangers on the internet. This is really anybody. People are saying mean shit about you. They're wrong. They don't even know you. They are wrong. If what they are saying doesn't feel good to you, then they're wrong. You know what kind of person you are. You're never going to make everybody happy. You're going to be too much for some people. I'm too much for some people, and I'm okay with that. So, three quotes that the first two have changed my life. The third one from Taylor is just kind of how I've been living my life lately, and it's been very freeing. So, um, Wayne Dyer, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Wallace Wattles, the best thing you can do for the whole world is to make the most of yourself. And Taylor Swift, you are not the opinion of someone who doesn't know you. So drop a comment. Let me know if this spoke to you. And if you like my content here on YouTube, I would be honored if you save it, share it, spread the word. You can love your body and your life at any age. This is 59, no filters.